Hello. Hello again. My name is Elizabeth. Thank you and welcome to my channel. This is a heads up. This is just a reading to give you a little bit of heads up on something that could be coming in, or maybe a little bit of different perspective in a situation that you could be possibly dealing with. We have a Queen of Wands. I went ahead and pulled a few cards. So we have the Queen of Wands with the Seven of Pentacles here. This Queen of Wands is very passionate about something, and they've been working towards something. Like because I see the Eight of Pentacles here. They devoted a lot of their time and their energy into something. This could be a relationship. This could be some kind of belief system with the Hierophant. With this Hierophant, it really speaks to me about belief systems. Because this is like some kind of programming. And it's like working through this programming. So you've held yourself back, or you're starting to see the results of holding yourself back for something that wasn't in alignment for you. The Nine of Cups in the reverse here, something that you've realized after some time reflecting that something wasn't quite right in whatever this is that you were working towards. And it's like you're rejecting some kind of fears or some kind of anxiety or some kind of worry based on that belief system, based on maybe committing yourself to something. Because you've with the Eight of Pentacles, this is someone that has spent a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of dedication and devotion into what it is that they seek, into whatever it is that they're working on, right? This is someone that's honed in on their skills. They're really, really focused. This is, someone that's very focused on maybe to me, with the Nine of Swords and the Hierophant, it really is like a belief system behind something that you've already mastered, and you're walking away. Sorry. You're walking away from that belief system. And that belief system, but sometimes the words don't like to go. Okay, so you're working through this belief system. And it could have, you've rejected something that was a fear of yours. And it could be having something to do with rejection. Tell me about this Nine of Cups in the reverse. Judgment, Eight of Wands. You had to make a judgment call, something coming quickly. And it's like a major shift. It's taking place. Like, really, it's like do or don't. Do I stay or do I go? Do I give or do I take? Is what this is feeling like. We have the Death card. The Knight of Wands. With the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, this is grounding something in your reality. This is some making a major shift. The shift comes in when you're able to transform, taking some kind of action to ground something in your 3D, to think practical about the situation. Sometimes we can be led by our passion so much that we're not able to actually think on a practical level. And I feel like with the Knight of Wands, this is fiery energy. This is feeling optimistic. This is like really having a lot of passion to go forward or to take this step, but being it in a reserved, practical manner and not just jumping at the first sign of something. Tell me about this Knight of Wands. Because the Nine of Cups, you're holding yourself back from attaining this, and it's making you uncomfortable. Two of Cups. You've struggled with making the connection. This could be the connection within the self, the balance between the masculine and the feminine. So it feels like. This is definitely something going on. If it hasn't already, it will. It has to do with the Page of Pentacles. This could be just a younger version. This could be a project that you're working on. But it is a connection. One that you did spend some time with. Page of Pentacles. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles. The progress of something. Of actually being able to work on the idea. So the balance between the masculine and the feminine had to come in order to be able to proceed forward. To be able to move forward. So if there's an imbalance with our decision making and bringing that into reality, then obviously there has to be a balance, right? And creating that balance can be very difficult sometimes, especially if we're not in a state of openness, in a state of receiving. We're not content with where we are. We're not happy with it. We're not happy with the progress. Well, why are we not happy with the progress? Well, maybe because we're rejecting something, or we feel rejected, or we feel like we're going to be rejected in some way. And these are just fears. These are all fear-based fears that have to make a shift. And I see you answering the call, stepping up to that plate and making that decision based on the things that you've gone through and the transformation that you've made to be able to take the right action, to feel passionate about whatever it is you're working toward. And it is something that is going to bring you some, it has to do with, your sense of stability. This could be anything from, your household to your job. We can dig in if you want to. We'll find out. But right now, it's just making that connection. This reading is about making that connection with the self to make clear, conscious decision to move in a particular direction. And it's taking its time, taking calculated, well thought out steps before we take those actions, so we're not in a state of resistance. Tell me more, please. Tell me about this Queen of Wands. Use your new intuition. Stepping into the higher power. Stepping into the High Priestess energy. Obtaining this information. So there's some kind of information that you're needing to get. I see you working through that, but it has to, there's some kind of level of skill mastery, and you're taking action using your intuition to obtain that, and this is going to change the Nine of Cups back into the upright position, whereas right now they are not. And it's definitely fears. It's fear-based. It's all fear-based. Hierophant. We'll go ahead and pull one on it, make sure. Lessons learned. The Hierophant is our teacher. So you fear, extending what knowledge that you have to help others create or help to fulfill others. Empress, Queen of Swords in the reverse. Why's the Queen of Swords in the reverse, though? Five of Swords. Ace of Swords. It's not saying the right things. Worried about causing conflict by stepping into your true empowerment. So there's some kind of energy here that does not want you to facilitate your ability to feel empowered, to be able to speak your truth in a manner that could cause conflict for others. So being the Empress does not mean that the Empress does not deliver messages in a way that sometimes can be direct. And it can seem like it's a bit harsh, especially if it's something that we are caught off guard. Maybe it makes us feel a little bit vulnerable. Maybe it's just the harsh reality of something. It does not necessarily mean that it's an internal conflict that we have within ourselves. If someone delivers some kind of truth and we take it to a different level because we don't like what they're saying, it's about speaking that truth, and someone takes it offensively. And I feel like that in this space that's being created here is the space within ourselves that needs to really be focused on and looked at, because it's not about what is said to the fullest entirety. It does have the principle and the basic understanding of what's being said to you as something that maybe you need to reflect on if it emotionally causes you to feel unsettled on the inside. So it's about controlling the emotions. Well, sometimes the Queen of Swords can come off pretty cold and detached, but that doesn't mean she doesn't have any emotions. Which one is the Queen of Swords energy? In the reverse, yes, completely detached from her emotions. She is very harsh. So I feel like this is all fear-based. All fear-based. You're stepping into an area with a clear knowing of what it is that you need to say, some kind of truth. And it could potentially ruffle feathers. But you don't get to Empress energy. So whoever this Empress energy is not someone that has not. So this is not a control mother, a controlling mother. This is not someone that, or a controlling wife, or a controlling husband, or that's more in touch with the feminine. This is not that kind of energy. An Empress energy is someone that has love and compassion, but knows where they stand, knows their truth, and is able to execute and make decisions based on their truth, okay? With their heart and their knowing and the love, okay? And they do it with love and compassion. But sometimes they do understand that they have to step up and deliver a message sometimes that is going to hurt someone's feelings. And that's okay. They are prepared. The Empress energy is prepared for that. Because the Empress energy is someone that realizes that's a them problem. That ain't a me problem. That ain't a you problem. That's a them problem. And that's something they need to work on. And we don't take it offensively. We don't take it to heart. We don't get all butt hurt. None of that fancy stuff. You just accept it for what it is and go on about your business. Sometimes that's very difficult to do. People always say, at least where I'm from, they want the truth. No, they don't. No, they don't. They want the truth that they believe to be the truth, to be told. They don't really want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear someone else's perspective. Never. They want to hear their perspective come out of your mouth. And I ain't never really been one to do that. Nope. And I have ruffled some feathers. But I've also helped others at the same time. And the Empress is able to deliver messages that are very compassionate. And I do feel like with this energy, in the past, the words that were used were pretty harsh. But that's changing. It takes time. It takes a very empathetic individual that can actually think practically on their toes, that can actually think on demand. Sometimes our emotions get in the way of that. That's where the Queen of Swords energy steps up, right? Because she can think outside the box. She can take her emotions. I'm going to set them over here for a minute. We're going to think about this clearly with a level head without the emotions attached to it, because sometimes our emotions can put us on a little bit of a shaky ground, right? So whatever the results of something that you've put your energy into, that you have now found out you ain't happy with it, that's changing. You're making a change. And that's good. Changes are good. I invite changes. I will say it until I'm blue in the face. Without no pain, there ain't no change. I've gone through my fair share of pain. And so I welcome change. Because now it's not so daunting. It's not so... When you get to the point where you actually welcome things to come in to show you different things or different aspects about the self, it really does open you up. And it really does create things in your life that you never really thought possible. The possibilities are endless. Endless. The impossibility is you. You're the only one that makes it impossible. So I invite you. Step into your true self, your higher self, and walk with me. Let's see where the road may go, because you never know. You never, ever know. Yeah. Well, hope this helps.